Rain was falling when Daniel Ross, a 32-year-old filmmaker, drove through the dark woods. He was making a documentary about a very old and haunted orphanage, the Hollow Creek Orphanage. He stopped his van in front of a big rusty gate. The sign said, Hollow Creek Orphanage, home for lost children. The word home had deep scratches over it. Daniel's friend Leah, his camera assistant, looked nervous. Leah, this place looks horrible, Dan. Are you sure about this? Daniel, we'll be fine. Just some old building stories. They opened the gate and walked inside. The sound of rain and thunder echoed through the trees. Inside the orphanage was huge but broken. The walls were cracked. The ceiling was leaking and the smell of mold and smoke filled the air. Old paintings of children were still on the walls, their faces faded, eyes almost gone. Leah, it smells like something burned here. Daniel, it did. A fire in 1982. 7 children disappeared after that night. Leah turned on her camera light. The hallway stretched long and dark. Every sound echoed like whispers. Daniel started recording his voice. October 12th, 2025. We are inside Hollow Creek Orphanage. They say the ghosts of 7 missing children still live here. Suddenly, a soft creak came from behind them. Leah turned quickly. Greater than, did you hear that? Daniel? Old wood, maybe. But then, a faint whisper like a child saying something. Daniel frowned. Did you just hear someone say my name? Leah? No, let's keep moving. The playroom. They entered a room full of dust and broken toys. A rocking horse stood in the corner. Tiny alphabet blocks on the floor spelled the words, "Come play." Daniel knelt to take a video. Greater than, looks like the kids just vanished while playing. Leah's eyes widened. Dan, that horse just moved. The rocking horse was moving slowly, creaking back and forth, though no one was touching it. Then they heard it, a small giggle. A child's voice, soft and echoing through the room. Leah, please tell me that's a sound effect. Daniel, keep the camera on. A little music box on the floor started to play a lullaby, soft, broken, and sad. Daniel whispered, "Hello? Is someone here?" The tune stopped. On the dusty wall, small handprints appeared, one after another, like invisible children touching it. Leah, oh my God, Dan, what is that? Daniel, they're leading somewhere. Look, they go down that hall. The basement door. The handprints led them to a heavy wooden door with an old padlock. A sign above said, "Basement, restricted." Leah, no way. Every horror movie says, don't go in the basement. Daniel, then we'll make a real one. He broke the lock and opened the door. A cold wind came from below. The smell was awful and like rot and old blood. Their flashlights flickered. Leah whispered, "Do you hear that?" Voices. Children's voices. The air filled with tiny whispers. Greater than, play with us. Daniel swallowed hard. We're going in. Each step creaked as they went down the narrow stairs. The deeper they went, the colder it got. In the basement at the bottom, they saw old cribs and broken beds. Chains hung from the ceiling. The walls were dirty with black stains. Leah pointed her light at the wall. 7 names were scratched there. Tommy, Lucy, Sam, Grace, Evelyn, James, Mary. Daniel. The missing children. His camera flickered. For a second, it caught small figures moving in the dark. Leah's voice shook. Greater than, Daniel? Something's down here. I know, he said. Don't move. The same lullaby started again, louder this time. Then a voice, right behind them. Greater than, why did she leave us? Leah turned and screamed. No one was there. Daniel's camera showed 7 pale figures standing at the end of the room. Children with black, empty eyes. Daniel, oh God, it's them! The lights went out. Screams. Static. Then, silence. The next morning, Leah woke up on the orphanage floor. The sun was rising through broken windows. Her head hurt. Leah. Daniel. No answer. She found the camera still recording. She pressed play. On the screen, Daniel was whispering, Leah, they're here. Don't talk. Don't. Then a child's face appeared very close to the camera and whispered, Stay and play forever. The screen went black. Leah ran outside. The van was gone. The gates were open. When police found her hours later, she was walking alone in the woods, repeating one word, playroom, playroom. Daniel was never found. 10 years later, a film student named Ethan Cross found an SD card at an old antique shop. It said, Hollow Creek Documentary, 2025. He played the video on his laptop. Everything looked normal, Daniel and Leah exploring the orphanage. But then Ethan noticed something strange. In the reflection of a window, there was a third person standing behind them. A tall woman in a nurse's uniform, her face covered by her hair. No one in the video seemed to see her. Ethan zoomed in. Suddenly the woman turned her head toward the camera and smiled. Then a whisper came from his speakers. You found us. His laptop shut down by itself. When he turned it back on, the video was gone. A new folder had appeared. Play with me. Inside it was a new video showing Ethan's own room, filmed from the corner. In the last frame, he turned toward the camera. His eyes were black. The legend today, Hollow Creek Orphanage is closed and surrounded by fences. Locals say they can still hear the sound of a music box at night. Sometimes voices of children whisper through the fog. They say if you ever visit that place and hear someone say, "Come play," you should run, because those who stay never come back.